the home team. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. Here's Ginobili. Outside Adebayo. Off target with the three. And no question, Bam Adebayo, one of the best all-around big men in the league.
And even as his efficiency has waned just a bit in recent years, he remains steady Eddie on a nightly basis. A two-way player who gives you a little of everything.
Sensational at hitting the glass. Howard has fantastic timing when he goes after those rebounds.
3 points.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Now here's Maxey. To the inside. Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
To me, this is Howard's specialty. This is his bread and butter thing here. We all know this guy loves to throw it down whenever he can. He's pretty good at it.
Here's Maxey. Pass to Sprewell. No good with the triple. George for three. George with another miss. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. Coach brought up the challenges that Bam Adebayo poses on both ends. He told me offensively, Bam doesn't force much. He gets his points within the flow of the offense. He's a great finisher and facilitator. And defensively, he can guard anybody. He might be the most versatile defender in the league. Brian, back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. The three. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Always confident he's knocking shots down. The stroke of Sprewell, money.
Home team foul. J.R. Smith. First personal foul. First team foul.
George scanning the floor. Will it go? Inside. Howard grabs the miss.
1 for 5 out there, but no worries. Just keep attacking.
Pass to Sprewell. Here's Marion. And Adebayo over to help. And here's Smith. Shot clock at 6. Knocks down the triple. Sprewell's got 6.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass. He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Here's Ginobili. George's shot is off.
Trying to match three, sometimes you get too amped up and it affects your ability to knock down the shot. Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
George sets a screen. Ginobili gets the bucket.
Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
The three, Smith. Great positioning on the putback.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Here's Ginobili. Here's George. The kick out to Adebayo. And a miss there on the triple. And a chance to add to the lead here.
Yeah, B.A., they should really stick with what they've been doing.
Maxey with it. Yet to see a basket. And there's the drive to the middle. Howard. And the layup is good.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
First personal foul. First team foul.
1:46 left in the first. Pass to Howard.
That miss aside, they're off to a strong start at the offensive end.
Yeah, they're scoring with confidence, making them count in the early going here.
Here's Sprewell. Gets the three to fall. Sprewell's gotten his third basket of the night.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Howard in the high post. Pass to Sprewell. Here's Marion. A deep three. The putback. Adebayo grabs the board. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
And what makes Bam special is his versatility, offensively and defensively. He can do a lot more out there for you than most other guys.
George's shot is off.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
Pass to Marion. Puts up a three. Barnes with the rebound. Out on his own on the break. Adebayo up top. Now here's George. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that. If you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And as the first. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
Here's Terry. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Well, Clark, for a while there, it looked like the center position might be going extinct. Not so fast, though.
Well, you've seen Embiid and Jokic win MVPs recently. It's a skills game for sure, but size always helps.
And here's George. Pass to Terry. The three is up. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
What makes Terry dangerous from range is how efficient he is. I mean, this guy does not waste these opportunities.
On the wing, Crowder. Fires for 3. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
The last one's off. They'll settle for 2.
Crowder, for good reason, is known as a tremendous glue guy, an effective role player who plays to his strengths on both ends of the floor.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Pass to Jones. There's the 3. Adebayo grabs the board.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
After going undrafted in 2016, Derrick Jones Jr. carved out an important role for himself, Clark.
Yeah, he really did, and it was all about refinement. Early on, B.A., he was seen almost exclusively as just a dunker, but now he's a valuable 3-and-D guy. Credit to him for refining that part of his game, improving as a three-point shooter, and continuing to impact the game at the defensive end.
Here we go. Here's Terry. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Terry's got 8.
He's found his game in the second quarter, looking very assertive now.
So courageous, taking it right to the defender.
Oh, this dude knows how to finish in traffic. Wow.
Well, I tell you what, don't tell him. I mean, I want to see it again.
George left side. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Terry. Hits the trifecta. Terry's got 11 points in the quarter.
Defenders have to be alert to what Terry's able to do because he's quick at pulling the trigger on the catch.
To the paint. And it's Howard finishing it off.
and just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Scotty Barnes letting everyone know. He said, I'm a great defender. I feel like it doesn't really get talked about enough. I guard whoever, 1 through 5. That's what I pride myself on and what I'm ready to do every time I step on the floor. Brian, back to you.
A tone setter at that end. Thanks much for the report, Allie.
Just another thing that Bam brings to your team, the ability to knock down jumpers.
And it's Howard finishing it off.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Oh, a nice slam by the swingman Barnes. His athleticism is his greatest strength.
Down low. And stolen by Adebayo. 4-3. Nice D from Ellis.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Crowder outside. Now here's Maxey. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Yeah, I like the fact that Howard is really good at staying aggressive when he knows he's hot, in attack mode on the offensive end.
Pass to George. No good on the 3.
He's letting it fly, but the results just have not been there.
And here is Maxey. Now Ellis. Back to Maxey. Here's Crowder. Launches a 3. Adebayo grabs the board. It's 2-on-1. Deflects the pass. And we're going to have a jump ball.
It will be a free jump.
Pass to George. It's stolen by Maxey. Here's Ellis. Howard clanks the putback jam. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Terry. And the first half now in the books. They lead by 13. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Outside Maxey. Here's Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
You know, showing flashes of his old self here. I mean, when Howard finds that rhythm, he feels like nobody can stop him, and he's right.
And a big-time jam as he slams it right over Adebayo.
Vintage Howard right there, reminding us why he used to compete in the dunk contest.
Pass to George. It's stolen by Howard. Outside Jones. Up top Maxey. Howard in the high post. Clock at 6. To the inside. It's stolen by Barnes. Here's Terry. Buries it from 3. Terry's got 14 points.
And Adebayo showing another element of his game. Nice vision to set up the bucket.
Now Maxey. Here's Howard. The shot that time not on target. They still have time to make this a game.
But they really need to focus in because they let this game get away from them a little bit. And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Maxey. Barnes comes with a double team. Howard inside. And here's Crowder from the arc. Knocks down the long K. He's got 5.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
George outside. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Barnes comes with a double team. Crowder outside. And a bit of a battle for the ball, and the officials signal a jump ball here. Pass to George. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Now here's Horford. 5 on the clock. Now George. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Howard, the screen to the paint. And Adebayo over to help. Here's Sprewell. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Scotty Barnes on the receiving end of that one.
And Mr. Sprewell rising up. An easy liftoff.
To the wing, right side. Horford outside. The 3. The shot no good.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Oh, it's blocked by Barnes. To the middle. And finished off by Adebayo.
The aggressiveness of Adebayo. He plays with so much energy and force close to the bucket.
A skill Scotty Barnes definitely possesses is the ability to guard multiple positions, Grant.
Yeah, he has that blend of quickness and length to smother shooters. And he has the strength to deal with bigger guys, too.
Here's Sprewell. Connects from downtown. Sprewell's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Over the course of the game, he's been very accurate, doing some great stuff.
Adebayo, no good. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Maxey. Here's Ginobili. The kick out to Adebayo. Fires in the triple. Adebayo's got 8.
Yeah, Adebayo getting it done from downtown.
Pass to Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
He may not be the biggest center in the league, but he sure can jump.
Howard with the ball. 30 points in the game. Inside. Off target at the rim.
A good scorer around the rim. He is met there by an irresistible force.
And Jordy Fernandez wants a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Chris Finch wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. If they're going to go on a run, Grant, there's no better time than right now.
You're so right, B.A. I think they definitely expected a closer game than this.
For 3, George. Howard grabs the miss.
I didn't care for his shot selection that time. He needs to let the game come to him a little bit. Just relax, take your time, son.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And that one's good. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. It goes on Bam Adebayo. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
It's hard to forget how much he struggled from the line during their last matchup.
Well, you know, whenever he got to the line, he just couldn't find the target. But nights like that do happen, even to the best of them. And we saw it last year, guys, because those numbers were so low, teams weren't afraid to put him on the line where points were hard to come by for him.
And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already.
61.
Delivering the blowout.
Cardinals, 36.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Here's Ginobili. George outside. Sinks it from distance.
You've got to be alert to where George is out on that perimeter because that jumper of his has become dangerous.
Barnes comes with a double team. Here's Howard. This one for 3. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
He hit 3 triples in the first half, 3 more since. That's nothing to shrug at.
Here's Ginobili from the arc. Howard grabs the miss. It's stolen by Barnes. Here's Ginobili. And it's off from 3-point range.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to find his rhythm offensively, and that's having a ripple effect.
And it's Howard finishing it off.
Selfless pass there from Maxey, really able to handle the guard position quite well.
The kick out to Adebayo. Off target from outside.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself. They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Uses the glass on the layup.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Pass to Sprewell. Down low. And stolen by Adebayo. Here's Barnes. Oh, misses the dunk.
Not really the best decision. I mean, get the easy 2, the for sure 2. No need to make it fancy and special.
The shot by Howard, no good.
I thought he had that one. I think he did too.
And finished off by Adebayo.
Offensively, he's carrying his weight, doing his part. Maybe they should get the ball to him a little bit more.
To the left side wing. To the inside. Howard. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Howard's got 39.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
George outside. Drains the triple.
That's now his second three-pointer of the half and his third of the night.
Oh, George with a steal. For 3. Howard grabs the miss.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Ginobili. And George with the jam.
Utilizing that size, George able to get it off the glass and sends it back in.
And here is Maxey. Pass to Sprewell. 6 on the shot clock. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George. 1:51 left in the game. Now here's Barnes. Pass to Ginobili. There are usually one or two mid-season coaching changes in the NBA every year. Can those energize a team, Grant?
You know, B.A., we've seen it give teams a boost in the past, but only on occasion. Usually it's a last-ditch effort in a doomed season or simply just turning the page.
The shot by Howard, no good. And so George will bring it up to the Cardinals. Fires from the wing. Rebounded by Marion.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Pass to Marion. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Cardinals ball.
Here's Ginobili. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory.